Hey guys, it's Genesis here. I'm taking a little break from Recom AI. Like I said, I will be updating. Get this loaded here. I will be updating it and fixing some of the bugs this week or this weekend when I have some more time. I have a little bit of time this morning before I head into work, so I figured, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and take a look at one of my favorite mods that I'm working on, and that would be Degeneration. If you don't know what it is, that's okay. Doesn't really matter because this is just going to be me trying to figure out what I want to do for it and what I want to script, yada yada yada. So this has been something I've been working on for almost 3 years on and off and across multiple Arma games. And this is kind of the version it's evolving to. It's another one of those survival games in the Arma engine. It does use mutants, but it's a different take where it's the beginning. You start at the beginning of the whole world delving into chaos here. So what I want to do is just kind of get a feel for it because I haven't looked at it in a month or two or three, a long time. So I want to kind of get a feel for it again and see what I need to add. Right now the game, most of the background stuff is there. It's just bringing all these elements together. That's what I really love to do most. That's what I have a lot of fun doing. Is I have all these background supporting systems. Now, how do I bring them together to make fun and exciting gameplay? And I'm going to start the timer here. There we go. Okay. So, oh yeah. So the game has a persistent system where I loaded in where I left off. This is probably 3-4 months ago, and I'm almost dead here. So it looks like I need to find some bandages right away before I can even do anything. Actually, do I even have any bandages? Let's see. I did some bandages. This even saved my gear. How nice. Let's go and use that. Should at least make it so I can move. It still hurt. Okay, so I'm just kind of picking up these things. I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself up here. I'm gonna bandages again. Use bandages. Alright, now I'm fully healed. I'm realizing my timer over there is kind of blocking part of the UI. That's okay. That's just my hunger and thirst bar, and it's not a big deal. I'll be scripting most of the time, I hope. I'm trying to remember, okay, where I left off here. I can go ahead and... One thing I'm noticing is that, so you can go and collect things. I'm using my keyboard, so I added in, so I'm running around. There's a whole bunch of items you can pick up on the ground. I'm looking for a gun or something. Well, nothing in there. How about in this building? Yeah, there's some stuff here. So I press T, pulls this up, and you can use your mouse, or the mouse can be sometimes annoying, so you could just use W and S. Alright. And you can only use D to get to the right hand side here for actions for object, and you can use E to do whatever action you selected on. You just press T again to get out of that, so it's all real close to your fingers there. And so it makes picking up things really easy. Really, really, really easy. So I can just grab that stuff so quickly now. I do like that. But sometimes it doesn't look like it highlights, like, see this is highlighted right here. Sometimes it didn't have anything highlighted. I'm not sure why that was. So this world's supposed to feel alive. It looks like the first event, infection this time around was... I think I missed it. I think it was nuclear. Well, I know. I can just press T. Go over to the right here. Yep. Nuclear strike has been in 5 minutes. It's hitting Tuvanaka? I have no clue what it even is, so we'll find out. Oh, is that it right there? That's it right there. So big old nuke's gonna hit that town. I'm not gonna go there for you to see it because I already have a video about that on my channel. see right there. So I want to fix that. Some fuel I don't need. Oh, here's an axe. Perfect. See right there, and it should just highlight it right away. So I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna see if I can fix it really quick. So it's just little quality of life fixes. What we'll do is go right here, sit down, and now it's time for some coding part. So I'm gonna pull up the mod, and that would be my interaction menu. This should be fairly easy, and it's gonna be the let's see, let's take a look at the init called Degeneration interaction menu. It must be this right here. Pulls all this stuff out here. Okay. Alright, so it creates it. Best. Okay, so my arrow key is not working. Yeah, they work if you click in there. Whoa! I think I was too close to the nuke. Nah, I'm fine. Okay, anyway, okay, so this is 2.5. There's a crate over there. Let's see. So I'm thinking when I press T, it usually comes up just fine. It's not when I open it, it's when I change it. So when I do, it's called DB and LB change. So when I move, it executes a script every time. Let's see what you can do with it. See that? And so now I need to go into LB changed to make sure it always selects the first one. What's the picture? It'll be clear. Okay. It's 1501. And what I want to do at the very end of this, I'm thinking just would be best, is to go into here. Now I need to take a look to figure out, I can't remember the command. It's LB select. LB set current selection maybe? Yeah, so it should be LB set current selection 1501 0. So that's like the first thing. Now I want to test this. So I'm going to do DGN LB changed equals bam. I'm going to redefine that in the game here. And now I should always select the first one in that list no matter what. There's a crate over here I saw. I'm going to go try to open that and test it. And it looks like the mutants that orange circled the mutants already spread into that town. Okay, the first time, first time these images load, they always blink like that. I don't know why. Wow, lots of axes. I can probably trade. Yeah, it looks like it's working pretty well. That's much better. I'm gonna kick that. Get in the water can. Alright. I really would like to find a weapon here, because that would be ideal. And there's some suitcases. Whoop. Binoculars. Okay, I'll take some of these. Bandages make beans. There's no gun in there, man. See, sometimes this happens. I don't know why. I think I have a launcher for some reason. Does anyone have a vest on? Is that what happens? Test that out. just looking for weapon or something. So the initial part of the game is obviously, and I'm not seeing, oh, because I'm not in the city yet. Civilians will be all around here. I'll need to test that out. First part of the game is just obviously collecting, trying to get a sense to make sure you don't die of thirst or hunger. And the thirst or hunger, you can see, it's not that bad. It's not, you don't have to constantly be looking for food. Okay, so every time I grab something out, it looks like I have to pull this invisible launcher. So I need to see if it's related to having, see, that's one thing I want to fix. A lot of quality of life fixes. Can't pick up that yet. Man, not getting much. Not seeing any cars either. Oh man, I'm getting kind of screwed in the loot spawn here. Also might be because I'm not in the middle of a town. So why don't we head towards the town here. This is a tiny town. Maybe some civilians or a trader. And you know, while I'm out here, I'm going to go ahead and see, I'm equipped to my right hand this axe. Okay. Can I chop down this tree? Yep. Okay, there's supposed to be a particle effect happening. So I'm gonna take a look at that. I'm gonna chop down one more tree. Hitting it. I'm not seeing any kind of particle effect coming down. So I'm gonna chop down this tree. Uh-oh. I think a bandit just saw me. I'm gonna have to be careful now. More food. Okay, baked beans. Okay, so let's go ahead. I keep forgetting. Let's try dropping the binoculars on the ground for a second, and let's see if it's. There it is. Binoculars count. Okay, so I can't pick that X up. The binoculars. Nope. It's not the binoculars. I think it's just a random glitch. So I'm gonna need to take a look at that code. That's gonna be a little bit more boring tweaking. What? Oh. I need to add in some better effects for me axing people here. Ow! Ah! Got him. Nothing. So that was a bandit. I don't have any guns, so I couldn't really effectively deal with him. I'm gonna see if I have any. I do have some bandages. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I have two. Whoops. Well, I have two suitcases here and some luggage. Oh, interesting. My luggage here. I'm gonna open that. Open. Open. Okay, they gave me a bunch of bandages and food. He came behind me. So the bandits will try to do that. They'll try to get behind you if they can. And he's not equipped with any weapons either, since it's so early in the infection. Looks like this whole island just fell. That's interesting to see if the mutants can path. Can path or not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I just walk, I'm not running. I was checking what time it was. So one thing I'm noticing is that there should have been a pistol or a gun by now, and it feels like the chances are just way too low. And here's this crate here. If I look in that, here's a pistol with 1 mag. And some matches. So I'm thinking I want to increase the chances of items spawning a little bit. I think sometimes it's hard to tell. I don't want the players to have to drag around looking for ammo, but then again, I'm in a code green town. So I'm not, you know, and then I'm also not seeing, there was an extra civilian, but I'm not seeing a lot of civilians running around here. So maybe I need to, see now it's not doing it, so give it a pistol. Maybe I start the players off with a pistol with just a mag, who knows. Okay, there's a civilian here. Let's see if I can get in my group. Okay, looks like he joined my group. Did he? No, it looks like he did not. It's okay. Some crates over here. I'm gonna open up some of these. There's a lot of crates right here. That's lucky. See, now that thing's not glitching out. Okay, so, so I'm not seeing that many errors or those things. Like, there's a couple little things here and there. The animation is. Oh, yeah, the trees. I forgot the tree bark effect. That just reminded me. Let's take a look at me chopping down the trees here. Wow, let's drop a lot of stuff. Okay. You can see when I equipped my pistol, my axe automatically got put away. So to equip here. Is it still under, yeah, it's still under my equipped items. Click and remove item doesn't do anything there. Whoa! Something just blew up in there. So I think we're so close to this infection here that this town may start falling into chaos. I want to add a police force, but I'm not sure how to implement them in a good manner. I see that smoke. I just want to see if that was a vehicle lit on fire or not. Might be a vehicle over there that I can use. Anything in the porta potty? No. It's another bandit. Okay, we got 2 plumes of smoke. Yep. Excuse me. Ah! Oh, okay. I think things are starting to get lit off in this town. 2 wrecks. I heard a bandit. Oh, there he is. Okay, if I point my gun at him, he'll stop. He's got no weapons of his own. He's okay. He's a little angry. I don't want to deal with him right now. And what I want to do, maybe this one, maybe the next video I'll do, is I want to add in a police system. I want to make it so if you're in a green town or non-infected town, and you start shooting, you need to have some form of, you know, the police need to show up or something. Like, so there's got to still be some law enforcement. And maybe I can tie it into the warning rate, so as the world gets more and more aware of this infection, the civilian. Is he getting close? Oh, he's trying again. So now I can just shoot him, no consequences. So meaning once I get a gun, I'm pretty much, take your hat, I'm pretty much good. against these guys. I mean, that's okay because they still take ammo. They can they can swarm you rather bad later on. That is okay. Um, but you gotta figure out a good way to make that fun, as well as I want the world to feel alive. I want there's civilians, there's certain traffic, and I want to go see what these mutants are doing. I'll go and zoom to them here. And you're not going to hear any sounds or see any special animations because I'm too far away as a player. So one thing I'm noticing right off the bat is he's not moving. He just either despawned or he moved right here. Because they're not really knowing how to path. They're having a hard time relating to me. And that's one thing on Tanoa. I didn't have this problem on Altus, of course, but on Tanoa, these guys don't really know where to go because of the water. So it's an interesting challenge. Okay. It's an interesting challenge because now, what the hell? Find a way for these guys to path through the water. Now, they can walk through the water. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if I could just spawn them in like this. But if I just get a seeking zombie, yes, it's not gonna work. I gotta put it closer to me here. So if I get a seeking zombie, which is one that just heat seeks onto people, I put him in water if he activates the scripts properly, which I don't know if he will, because we'll see. I may need to give him a move order. I mean, they'll swim, and then they also try to walk towards. Yeah, there they go. It's a little glitchy, so I'm gonna have to work on that. Let's see. And it doesn't. You can't really spawn it, zoo spawn in zombies yet, because they're agents. They're not even units, and it's the whole thing for that. So he's gonna having a hard time. So one thing I need to figure out is how do they get from this island to the next? And I think the answer is just gonna be that I need to have infections that spread that isn't just because of these guys here. So I need to add like nuclear, airborne. I need to have different ways for the infection to spread. And I can tie that into the news system here. Because I'm trying to think of a way to have them walk across water reliably, and I just can't see that. I mean, this guy's in the water now, but he's kind of floating there. So we gotta figure out a way to get them to go. Let me take a look at their movement code. So that's an interesting challenge is how to get them to move in water. There it is. Zombie move. Yeah. So I'm wondering. So I usually had this command where they would. Oh, this swimming actually. No. Whoa. bunch of them spawned in for some reason. They're, not sure why. They're all in the water, so I'm wondering. Let's see. These are all mutants. They're just showing us. So they're having a hard time with that. So I need to figure out a way to do that. I need a good solution. So pretty much that game is has just really halted right now because of them being stuck in there. Yeah, you know, I doubt I'm gonna find anything, but I'm gonna do a really quick search. It's getting ready to move through water. Hmm. Looks like there's not much. It's kind of what I figured. So I need a better, more creative way to the civilian down there running. Well, one thing we'll do is make sure the building system, what I have of it so far, is working. I need to get W and S to work for this. You know, I want to try the flimsy boat. I want to try creating the flimsy boat and see how that works. Oh, there's an error. Okay. What size? Oh, more explosions. So some smoke is like coming up out of the water there. That's interesting. I need to make this be a button to row. I might make it E. Got this little boat that you can kind of steer, and you can come pretty fast if you get good at it. Oh, that looks like a vehicle down there. Okay, so that's working. Let's see how far I can get it up on land. Alright. So I'm thinking... It's another marauder that just spawned a bandit. Okay. Oops. I want to go ahead and get a survival tent down. Oh, I know what I want to do. I think I just broke my game. I remembered as soon as I hit that button, I was revamping that system. That's where I left off. So I'm going to need to redo, as my game crashes here, entire system that I want to redo here, and I don't have to worry about the zombies or the mutants movement later. I do that. Is it still in there? Yeah. What I need to do is Like the functions here. Oh, give me an error. Alright, so that's my respawn point. So what I wanted to do, it gave me an error. Zombie scripts. Hold on. Ah! I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. And so the next video will be me mostly working on a new system, and I will probably get it finished without needing degen running, but it's gonna be the building system. Go to the interaction system here. Actions, I think it was Zeus place item. Yeah. I am going to figure out. So what I want to do is get a build system, and I want to be able to. You click on do interaction, it exits the menu, and on there it's going to have a build button, and it's going to have a little ghost image that you can kind of see where it is and how you're going to put it, and you can place it, and you can do build and repeat, so things like that. So I'm going to be working on a building system, and more fleshing out the building system a little better, but I'm going to be messing with the basic scripts first, and then I'll make sure they work good in the arsenal. Or I'm sorry, the virtual testing room. I think that'll be a fun project to do because I love building systems. That's going to be the core of Degen. You want to build up a base. You want to get supplies for people. You want to save people, all that stuff. Set up a base that the mutants will eventually try to take. Mutants or bandits. So with that, guys, thank you so much. I need to head off to work, and I'll see you next time.